I wanted him to be in my intro, but I don't think I can wake him from his nap. Hey everyone, I'm Jordan, and today I'm showing you what I ate during the week on a budget. As you all know, I'm back in school, so one of my resolutions for 2018 was to tighten up my food budget. I challenged myself to spend $50 or less, so that'd be for 2 people for 1 full week. My meal inspiration came from the website plantbasedonabudget.com. Meal plans are $5. With their meal plan, you'll only spend $25 or less on groceries for the entire week. So you'll see how I used all of those groceries in the video, and you'll also notice that I do use some items that I already had in my pantry, like oats and almond butter, but I'll just go and repurchase those when I run out of them next week, so I'll have to budget for those later on. I also posted lots of the recipes down below in the description box, so make sure you check that out. All right, let's get to the food. These are all the groceries that I was able to purchase at Aldi just for $29.42. Although I couldn't find everything I needed at Aldi, so I did run to Kroger and got these extra bits for $22.79, and my total was $52.21. For breakfast, I made some of my oats on the stovetop, and I do always add a pinch of salt to my oats, and I recommend you do too. It brings out the flavor of the oats so much better, and it brings out the sweetness of the oats, which would seem weird because it's salt, but trust me, it does. I also added a medjool date and some applesauce that I needed to use up that was in my fridge, and just a dash of cinnamon and some vanilla extract. You could certainly leave those 2 things out if you didn't have them. They just add a bit of extra flavor. And then I topped it with some peanut butter that I scraped out of the jar because I just had a little bit left, and topped it with some frozen blueberries. For lunch, I made a BBQ Chickpea Salad, and the dressing was just a super simple herbed dressing. It's just hummus, some dried dill, dash of maple syrup, and some apple cider vinegar, and it makes this creamy, delicious dressing that's oil-free and super easy, just made from pantry items. You don't have to get out your blender. Then I just topped some lettuce with some red onion, some cucumber, and then my barbecue chickpeas. The recipe for this salad is listed below, but these chickpeas were super easy. Just canned chickpeas covered in barbecue sauce and roast them up in the toaster oven or the oven, and then added some avocado as well. Then just drizzled on my dressing, and you guys, this is so good. This is how I love to eat salads in the winter, with something warm on top like the barbecue chickpeas. For dinner, I prepped my slow cooker with some split pea soup. So for that, you're just going to add some onion, carrot, and celery to your slow cooker, and then a pound of dried split peas, 1 bay leaf, and about a teaspoon of salt and some pepper. And then you're just gonna cover all that with water. The link to the recipe is listed below. It's from the blog The Kitchen, but I also added a dash of liquid smoke because traditionally split pea soup is made with ham, and so it has that kind of smoky flavor. So this is a great way to get the flavor without the meat. We went over to my parents' house to eat dinner that night, so I just snacked on some hummus and some Triscuits. Then when my split pea soup was ready, I just plated that up, or bowled it up, put it in a bowl, and it made tons of leftovers. Then just snacked on some dark chocolate for dessert. This morning I made oats again, but this time I made it in the microwave because I didn't feel like cleaning out the saucepan. So it's just ½ cup of oats, medjool date, and add some water to cover it and stick it in the microwave for about 2 minutes. Then I add my cinnamon, just a dash of soy milk to make it nice and creamy, and you just stir that up so the oats absorb all the soy milk. And then I topped it with some more of my frozen blueberries, and then I added some frozen strawberries that I had purchased as well, just to get some different kinds of colors going on, and then drizzled on some almond butter. Lunch was leftover split pea soup, and I just freshened it up by adding some chopped fresh parsley, or you could do dried parsley, and a squeeze of fresh lemon. been using my slow cooker a lot these days, and today I used it to make some pinto beans. So I soaked some pinto beans the night before and then just added them to the bowl of a crock pot along with some salt, a serrano pepper, and a quarter of a white onion, and then just topped it all with some water and cooked that on low for 8 hours. I was off to work, so I just took some sourdough crackers and some dark chocolate along with me. For dinner, we had some pinto bean fajitas. So it's just the pinto beans I made before, some quick quinoa that I cooked, some avocado, some sauteed green bell pepper with red onion, and some lettuce, and then corn tortillas to just kind of make your own taco. Out of my beloved protein powder, so I was really apprehensive about making a green smoothie bowl because I just didn't know how it was going to taste without protein powder. So this one's super simple. It's just soy milk, banana, kale, and peanut butter, and I topped it with granola. But you guys, it was the bomb. It was so good. Lunch was another BBQ Chickpea Salad. The only difference was I just added some of the leftover quinoa from the night before to the bowl. Shall I write it in a letter? My snack at work was also one of these elevation bars. They're kind of like Lara bars, but like Aldi brand, and then I had some carrots and hummus. Earlier in the day, I had cooked some lentils, so I made like a lentil bolognese pasta. It's just some lentils, can of diced tomatoes, sauteed green bell pepper, and onion, and I also added dry basil, parsley, and garlic powder. Thursday's breakfast was the same as Tuesday's. I'm definitely a creature of habit, so just some more microwave oats with almond butter and berries on top, and a little dash of soy milk because I like to see how the milk turns purple. For lunch, I had tacos with leftovers, so I just added some lettuce to some corn tortillas, topped it with some more of my cooked pinto beans. I still have some of those pinto beans left over. It made a ton. And then topped it with a little bit of salsa. I always have a problem of overstuffing my tacos and then I can't eat them, but I think I got these just right. And then also added some avocado on top. Took another one of those bars to work with me and ate it on the way home, and then when I got home I found this bag of pretzels in the pantry and they just needed to be eaten, so I ate them. Dinner was super easy tonight. I just cooked a baked potato, cut it in half, seasoned it with salt and pepper, and put it at the bottom of the bowl, and added some more of the split pea soup on top, and then some parsley too, just to freshen it up. And this might sound weird, but it was so good. The potato just made it so filling, thick, and creamy. I was up early for work this morning, so I prepped some overnight oats the night before. So it's just 1/2 cup of oats, and then I chopped up an entire green apple and put that on top of the oats. So these were like some apple almondy oats, I guess you could call them. 1 chopped medjool date, some cinnamon, and some almond butter. I was running low on soy milk, so I used that with a combination of water just to cover everything, then gave it a good stir so it could soak overnight. For lunch, I packed a burrito bowl made with leftover quinoa, pinto beans, salsa, lettuce, and avocado, and I managed to get it all over my work desk. Earlier that week, I cooked about 2 cups of rice in my rice cooker. I like to do this just to have some rice on hand for like quick meals. I wasn't sure how I was going to use it, but I ended up using it this night to make some lentil brown rice barbecue burgers, and the recipe for them is below. And look at this fail. Oh, that poor lentil patty. That's okay. I mushed them back together and must have corrected whatever mistake I made because the other 3 flipped totally fine. Then I made some baked sweet potato fries, and I just cut up the sweet potato fries and I added some potato starch because I heard that can make them extra crispy, along with some spices which are listed down below, and it actually did work. They came out a lot crispier than they normally would have. We each had 2 lentil barbecue burgers along with some leftover veggies I had in the fridge that I just quickly cooked up with some soy sauce, and the sweet potato fries. This was everything that I ate this week. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below if you want to see another one, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye!